Okay, students, this is week 5. We have made it to the end. The only thing you have this week are 3 assignments. The assignments are going to be worth 55 points collectively, so you need to make sure that you get them all done. And the due date and time has changed. The last day of the course is this Thursday, so all assignments must be in to me by this Thursday at noon, not midnight, at noon, so that I can have everything graded for Thursday, and Friday you can let me know if you have any issues. So the 3 things you have due this week are the career worksheet, SJC course delivery types, and sexual assault prevention. So I'm going to start here on the left-hand tab side. 2 of your assignments are right here. So I'm going to start with the sexual assault prevention, or the training is also called Not Anymore. So once you click it, you will read the instructions. It will walk you through watching the video, logging into SOS to complete your training. Step 3 is to download your certificate, and then 4 is to submit it. So once you've watched the video, you've logged into SOS and done the training, you have a pre-test and a post-test, then you will come here and submit your completion certificate. So once you've completed an SOS and you've made a 75 or higher, you will get a completion certificate. And then you will come back to this little tab, Sexual Assault Prevention, and you will submit it. Once you have done that, it will put a little green check in my gradebook, and I will give you 5 points for completing it. This is the only one today that it will be submitted here in this tab. So read the directions. It walks you straight through it. I've had no students with any issues, but if you have issues logging into SOS, then of course you're just going to contact tech support. And any information for South Campus completion is right here for you. So that is the sexual assault prevention or not anymore training. However, I do want to give a quick disclaimer. If unfortunately you have been the victim of sexual assault in your past, please know that this may be a difficult topic for you. So please take your time to complete it. And as always, if anything traumatic like this has ever happened to you, I urge you to seek help for this. And the San Jacinto counseling department, their phone number again is right here, would be able to help you through those things. Next up, SJC course delivery types. So right above the sexual assault prevention, here's another tab, SJC course delivery types. And so this one, again, just like the other one, will walk you through it. So you're reading it from top down. It will tell you everything that you need to do. You will complete this orientation. And once this orientation is completed, you move down here to Student Lingo tutorial. When you are done with this last one, it will give you a certificate of completion. You need to make sure when you log in, you put your name. So the very first thing is your first and last name, because when I get the certificate, I need to be able to see your name on it. I've had some students try to turn in a blank one. Well, you can find that online. So in order for me to know you completed it, once you go through all of this, you type in your first and last name. When you are done, at the end, it'll say, you are done. And it'll say, do you want to print it? You need to say yes. When you say yes, it will bring you to a screen for printing that you can then save the PDF. So when you get to that screen, if you don't know how to do a save it as a PDF, whenever you're on something, you can right click it with your mouse and say save as, and then save it. Okay. So once you complete it, save the PDF for me because you are going to submit it. There's nowhere to submit it on this one. That was only the sexual assault prevention. So for this one, once you save it on your computer, you're going to go to course content, week 5, under weekly assignments, and there it is, SJC course delivery type. So you're going to submit your PDF there. So that's another 5 points. Lastly, you're going to do your career worksheet. So when you click on it, the worksheet will actually pop up for you. And I again have made it a Word document so that you can type into it. So you're going to do it. But again, as always, if you want to print it out and write on it and then submit it to me, you can. So A big part of this class is for you to start looking at different career pathways for yourself. So, many of you in high school are already down those pathways and here in college as well. So, the first thing you're going to do is tell me your field of interest. Is it medicine? Is it engineering? Is it education? Right? Whatever it is, go ahead and jot it down for me. And then underneath that, tell me what type of career. So maybe in medicine, you want to be a nurse. Maybe in engineering, you want to be a mechanical engineer. Maybe in education, you want to be a math high school instructor, right? And you can put more than one, okay? So, however you would like to do it is fine by me. But I need to know your field of interest and I know what career or careers that you're interested in. If you tell me you don't know, click here. This will lead you back to focus 2 and lead you back to do what you are, because both of those assessments gave you careers that they thought might be good for your personality type. Next, you are going to tell me about 5 different colleges you may be interested in. You cannot leave any of these blank and tell me anything such as, I know I'm going to UT or I know I'm going to Texas A&M. That'll be great if you do, but then you also need to give me options of other ones that you potentially could go to. So I'm not going to have you out there just searching the internet randomly. So you're going to actually click on this link, control click, and it's going to bring you to Big Future. If you're already on College Board, this is a function of College Board, and if you would like to sign in, you can. By signing in, it will save any of these searches you are about to do. If you're not on College Board and you would like to be, it's free. You can sign in. It gives you lots of information besides Big Future. And if you sign in, you're able to save all of your information. However, you don't have to sign in. You don't have to have an account. So off of this link, you would come down here to search. And so what you are going to do is you're going to use these filters here to whittle down the amount of college options you have. So right now there's 3,714 college options here on Big Future. So we are going to whittle them down by using these filters. You are free to use any of them. However, I'm going to show you some ones that you do need to use because it will whittle down your search to what you need. So for example, we're not going to a 2-year. You are at a 2-year. So we're going to click here. And so as you can see in the back, it's going to start removing some. So now we remove 1,500 and we're down to 2,200 results. You can look at the rest of these and see if you are interested. But I do want to caution you that if you use them, make sure you really want them. Because like if I say I only want to attend college at a Baptist college, well, I've just removed all results down to 43, which is fine if that is something that you really want. But if it's not something you really want, leave it at no preference. But if it's something you really want, it will quickly reduce not opportunities for you. It'll quickly reduce college options for you. So the next one that I like to look at is location. So many of you will want to stay in the state of Texas for usually 2 reasons. Close proximity to family, but more importantly, to make sure all of your college credits transfer. If you leave here with an associate's, every one of them must be applied to a degree plan at a public school in the state of Texas. But if you choose to go outside of Texas, they do not have to honor that. So for many of you, I know Texas will be your option. So I'm going to go ahead and use the filter to stay in Texas. And some of you military benefits as well only extend to Texas. So that has brought us down to 95 results simply because of that. So that again is another great way to filter it out. So you can click on any of these and say, okay, I want to make sure it is a school that accepts transfers. And the reason you're going to see some of these removed is because private schools do not have to accept any of your credits. They are a private institution, so they have the option to accept them or not. So I always click on this because that will reduce those schools. So now we're down to 87. If you would like to continue narrowing it down, you can, but I'm just going to leave it here. The first thing I want to tell you is that yes, this has been filtered based on your results, but from this point on, this is all going to be in alphabetical order. So I don't want you just to click on the first 5 A's. I want you to go through and find the schools that you really might be interested in. So let's say you are interested in Baylor. So if we look at your handout, I'm looking for the name of the college, the location, and the tuition and fees. So here's the name of the college, here's the location. So your first two, put it here, put it here. And then if you come down here, you'll see this number and you'll want to put that as tuition. That's not tuition, that's the average financial aid packet. In fact, the tuition at Baylor will be $43,970. And the reason it's this one and not this one is because it's in state. So in state, if you stay in Texas, you would write $43,000 here. Since Baylor is a private university, they do not waiver on their tuition, whether in state or out of state. So it'd be the same. So if this is something you're really interested in, you're logged in, you add to my college list, and Big Future on College Board will save it for you. And then if you click around here, this will give you all of the information that you would need on Baylor. So once you do Baylor, I'd like you to go back to your list, and then you need to find 4 more that you may be interested in. So I'll just pick Angelo State here. And so again, Angelo State, it's in San Angelo. And then right here, in state would be 8,000, out of state would be 20,000. So again, this is yet a third reason many of you are going to choose to stay in the state of Texas, because out of state will usually run you about 3 times what in state is. Now, if they really want you, there are scholarships that will waive out of state, but please be aware of the fact that in state, meaning staying in Texas, will be a lot cheaper. And so you will fill all 5 of these in. So I'm going to stop this video here as my time is running limited. I'm going to catch back up for the next 2.